What's up, everybody? It's me, James. With me always, as always, my buddy Chad.
Hello, everybody.
Chad?
Hello, hello.
Hello. Here we are. It's Budsiverse, solving the world's problems, one day at a time, one conversation at a time. Right.
Absolutely.
Little debate, little discussion.
Yeah.
A lot of delusion.
Yeah.
But hey, we're gonna fix it. This universe is messed up, bro.
Right.
And we're gonna fix it.
Yeah, we're the two that have been chosen.
We're the chosen.
To fixing.
We're the chosen fixers.
Yeah.
Whatever. Today's topic is gonna be movies.
Movies, cinema.
Cinema. Yeah, movies. One of my favorite things. I don't know what you call that type of person, but I love movies. I love it.
Yeah,
I've seen lots of them.
Yeah.
I've found out at a young age that they were highly entertaining, and I'm definitely one of those guys that looks for humor first, I think.
Absolutely.
I love a good sense of humor and a good movie that is has a good humorous tone.
Right.
I like that. It doesn't matter what kind of genre it falls in. The best action movies to me are the ones that have the best comedic parts.
Right. Absolutely.
In my opinion. The best dramatic movies are the ones that have like a great comic relief.
Yeah.
Or like
funny.
somebody in there that's just going to, no matter what they do, it's funny.
Right.
And they're to bring in the, what's it called? To liven things up a little bit and lighten it up a little bit. They come in to just lighten the mood. I like that. Whether, if it's drama, action, comedy, it doesn't matter. Like, of course, comedy, but whatever the other genres are, like thrillers, even like scary movies.
Yes.
As long as it has a funny, some kind of comic
humor.
relief, or like one of the people has a great sense of humor. Like to me,
right?
I get sucked in, man.
Yeah.
I'll just love it.
And I will say that you are more of a cinema guy than I am.
Yes.
And it's irritating sometimes because
movie aficionado.
Yeah. Spell it.
Finish your thought. Finish your thought, and then we'll come back to spelling.
But
spelling bees are later.
You're one of those guys that's irritating to watch movies or try to watch movies with.
Yeah.
Because you've already seen it. Like, there's so many times I'm like, James, we need to watch this movie. I've already seen it. And I'm like,
I'm trying to save you time.
You're quick on the draw.
Because you don't watch anything.
I don't.
You
want
say
to.
you do.
Yeah.
And then I come around, okay, have you seen this? No. Have you seen this? No. Have you seen this? No. Hey, let's watch this. And I'm like, well, we don't want to watch that because I've already seen it and it's terrible.
Right.
And then you get mad at me for saving you 2 hours.
And then I have to come up with something dumb to be like, well, let's watch this that no one's ever seen in their life. And then you criticize me like, this is a dumb movie you picked.
No.
I'm like, because you've seen everything that's decent on the planet.
No.
Do you remember the time I made you...
You got that poster.
Yeah.
For your Christmas.
Yes, I did.
And then you made us watch garbage movies.
Yeah.
And they were garbage. That's not my fault. That'll make it into our
what was it,
overrated
1984?
section. Yeah,
dumbest movie ever.
Goodness.
And then Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Horrible.
Turned it off halfway through.
Not even halfway.
It was stupid.
We made it 5 minutes in, and we're like, then we just started playing a board game.
Right.
And stopped watching, and when we looked back up at the screen and realized, oh my gosh, this is the worst movie, literally.
Yes.
The worst movie ever.
How it became a classic, like cult classic thing, I don't know. Weird, a lot of weird people out there.
Even the music was terrible.
It was bad.
Like
very bad. Oh
no. Anyway, so we're getting off the wrong topic here.
But I'm just saying that it makes me look lame because I got to come up with dumb topic and say, let's watch this movie, and you're like, this is stupid. I'm like, well, you've watched every decent thing on the planet.
Right? No, that's not my intention.
It's not your intention.
I can't help it. If I wait for you to watch something good, I'll never get to watch anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
In between your naps and in between, like, you not wanting to go, and then you're just not excited about the idea. So I have to drag you to movies unless it's, like, Marvel and...
We would have watched E.T., like, last Tuesday. If you were waiting on me.
All right, it's 2022. Can we please watch E.T.?
Yeah, exactly.
No, we're not going to do it. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be our topic today. Something that we both spent a lot of time, have put some effort into. We've kind of rolled over into I have television, like TV shows and stuff, like trying to catch up on some of the greats or the classics or whatnot, and just seeing what the big deal is on some of them, and others because I absolutely love it. But that'll be another topic for another
show. Day.
Yep. We'll have to do that one at a different time. What is your favorite genre? Are you a comedy guy or
I am a
action?
comedy guy. I love to laugh.
Right.
And I think that's both of our natures.
Of
we
course.
just love to laugh. And so you're always attracted to that. Like, if it can make me laugh, I think it's a very good movie.
Yeah.
And if it has those little parts. Now, I'm open to all kinds of different genres.
Sure.
Like, I'll enjoy a drama. Even though my wife calls me a robot because she says I have no feelings.
Right.
But it's hard for me to get to the place when I'm watching a movie where I forget that these people are actors and they're telling a story.
Right.
But again, that's off topic. But anyway, the genres that I love are comedy, and I love action.
Right.
I love. I can watch a drama. I can watch science fiction to a point. You know, I can get into some sci-fi, and I can get into like some real life stories. You know, like based on a true story kind of stuff. I like a little bit of everything because to me, a good movie is a good movie. No matter what genre it falls in.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I like the based on a real story type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are great movies. They can be.
Right.
They're quite inspiring.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them. I mean, some of them are just like, this had to be a movie.
Yeah.
Like, why did we watch this? Because you know that it's creative license.
Oh, yeah. Take liberties.
Was taken because a person's dead or, they died a long time ago. So they take liberties with how the situation actually went down or because it looks better on camera than what really happened.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't think that's what happened. I think it just looked better in post-edit.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, way too much CGI.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Bonnie and Clyde didn't do all of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyway, neither here nor there. But I like those. I like documentaries, I found out.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of documentaries. Anyway, that's kind of
My
weird
wife
genre.
Loves crime documentaries.
Loves what?
Crime documentaries. True crime.
Those are my faves. I like to try to figure it out before.
I'm so educated on murders, man.
That's not off-putting at all.
Yeah.
Moving on. 80s or 90s? What's your favorite 80s movie or 80s type movies?
I love the 80s.
Sure.
Some of the best movies ever came out of the 80s, I think.
Agreed.
Fun movies.
Yes.
I don't know why I always start with the G's, but I'm always like Goonies, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. Some Star Wars, if you want to. I mean, I know technically late 70s, early 80s. Star Wars. Breakfast Club. Stuff like that came out in the 80s were just so amazing movies that they're just epic.
Right.
And
Terminator.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Rocky. These are like amazing things that I don't think they'll ever be able to recreate because that's what they always try to do is recreate stuff.
Everything's a redo.
Yeah, and they're never going to capture the magic that they had back then.
No.
It's not possible.
Right.
It can't be done.
Right.
But so many good movies in the 80s. So I'm a total 80s guy. My wife hates 80s.
Right.
She can't say she don't like the music. She don't like the movies.
Bloodsport.
Exactly. Classics, man.
Classics. The world was introduced to Jean-Claude.
The Labyrinth.
Yes.
It's such a good, all the puppets and all that stuff, man. So many things.
David Bowie. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many good things. Gremlins came out in the 80s. There were so many good ones.
Do you remember that movie Critters?
Yes, Critters.
Those little rolling ball things that shot spikes.
Do you remember the one, like the lesser known one of the Munchies?
The Munchies?
Yeah,
yes.
I remember that. What was the little alien dude that looked weird?
E.T.
Yeah, E.T. Well, yeah, that is E.T. But that's not the one I was talking about. Mac. It was Mac and Me.
Yeah, Mac and Me.
Yeah, Flight of the Navigator. You remember that one?
Yes.
That was so cool. I mean, those
so
were
many inventive movies.
Yeah, they were so good. Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. They're just epic.
What was the name of the movie where the kids had like that carnival ride type bucket and the other kid invented like a bubble that it could go, like, it would appear around them, and it, like, flew, like, crazy fast. So they took it and went to space, and ended up being, like, abducted by these weird looking aliens. And
Really?
then it turns out, like, they were teenagers who stole their dad's car the whole time, or his spaceship by the end of the movie. It had, like, Ethan Hawke's in it, like, when he was a little kid, and, like, some other guys. Do you remember that one at all?
I don't remember.
I cannot remember the name of the movie. I'll have to find it for you. We need to watch it.
Exactly.
It's pretty funny. It's a great movie. It's this science kid invented a bubble, and it protected them.
Weird science. Speaking of that, weird science.
Weird
Short
science.
circuit.
Johnny Five.
Johnny Five.
Johnny Five's alive.
You know, there's so many good movies
There's
in the
a lot of
80s.
It's a lot. Can't deny it. 90s brought another whole new genre, I guess, or not new genre. It's a new way of watching movies. I would say 80s, besides Arnold and Sly, all the heroes were kind of normal dad bod kind of guys.
Absolutely.
90s brought like a whole new way of doing it.
It was video game people.
It was video game sized.
Yeah.
Cartoon, comic book.
Right.
Sized people. Like, or even normal actors just bulked up, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Action heroes became like
the thing.
Real live action figure.
Yeah.
It was it was crazy. It was pretty insane. The movies got kind of buffed up. You know, even Sylvester put on a ton of weight to kind of do the extra Rocky movies. And now he has to fight Russia, so you know he needs more muscle.
Exactly. I will break you.
I will break you. If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
Great quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much better. Like, the movies today are just lacking good villains.
Yes, they are. I mean?
They have, like, psychological villains.
Right.
But not... You just can't beat the old movies.
Right.
And the bad guys that came out of them.
Right.
I mean, you just...
Oh, yeah.
They're the best. They were just so... They weren't even, like, crazy, super-duper evil. There was, like, a weird relationship, typically, between the bad guy and the good guy.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of... In another world, they would have gotten along just fine.
Sure.
But in this one particular instance, it's like...
They're... Yeah.
They just can't. They're just enemies. I don't know. It was different. It was just different. A lot of fun to watch.
Yes. I agree.
And when I was a kid... Rambo actually was like one of my number one movies.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get that survival knife.
Right. Oh,
That was such a thing. Couldn't wait to get one of those when I got old enough to get one. My dad finally got me one. I don't remember how old I was or whatever, but I was like, it doesn't matter. But he finally got me one. I thought, like, man, it's official.
Yeah.
I'm a dude. I'm a man.
I'm a Rambo.
I'm a real man. Like, and anytime I went, like, I was going on an excursion, or we would go hunting, or go do anything outside, that was on my hip.
Yeah.
Like, I had my, and I just couldn't wait. Like, I would never say it out loud because you just get reamed,
right?
You know, mercilessly. But in my head, I was like, "Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, I got this.
I've got matches in my knife."
Exactly.
So if something
I got a compass
down,
on top.
Yeah.
That stuff came with. I had one of those, and
wire.
Yeah.
String, fishing hooks.
Yeah.
A rubber band.
Yeah.
Several matches, and I didn't have enough matches, so I packed it full. I had so many matches, I could have like burned down the whole forest.
I was probably in a different trail than you. I probably put like candy in mine.
Yeah.
How
had
many?
M&Ms.
Yeah.
Some Reese's. Starburst.
Probably put those over there.
Have it all covered. Don't worry, guys.
And don't worry. If I fall down and cut my arm, I'll sew it back together.
Yeah.
Like Rambo.
Just like Rambo. If I cut myself, I got fishing string to sew up my wounds. I remember thinking when I opened the knife and I was going through it, and I saw the fishing string, like, as a kid, I was like, oh, this is in case I get cut, I can sew it back up. Yeah. Instead of, and my mom and dad, they were both like, no, son, it's fishing string.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can fish.
Because we catch fish.
For fish to eat.
Yeah.
Oh. What? Like, why would I do that?
Like, that's not what he did in the movie.
Yeah.
In the movie, he sewed his arm back up.
His arm, or get cut and sew his arm back on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what you're trying to pull.
Yeah. And I loved Rambo's dialogue. Because you couldn't understand a word. At the end, there's no way. At the end, when he's like going off and telling the commander dude or whatever.
In part 1?
Yeah.
First
He's
one.
like, you weren't there. I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't understand a word.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
I'd love to see the captions on that of whatever it would come up as.
Yeah. He shouted out.
Yeah.
I don't want to grow up. Because if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
Right. Or something dumb.
Who knows?
Like that. But yeah, I like
fun times.
I like the 80s. 80s got great movies. 90s started getting more intense. Started getting more CGI. More beginning of it.
More.
You know,
the
beginning
entrance.
of computer. You had stuff like the Matrix that was like
Oh,
blowing
my
people's
goodness.
minds. You're like, whoa, look at what they did. You
right
know,
before the turn of Olivia.
right? Jurassic Park. You know, stuff like that
I'm
that you
yawning.
start to see
Oh yeah.
that really blows your mind. Like, wow, that looks real. You know? In the 80s, you didn't have
dinosaurs,
that.
like genuinely in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I was thinking like,
Did they really do that?
I did. Like I was legit for a minute thinking like, in Forrest Gump, I thought Lieutenant Dan had no legs.
Yeah.
My dad
Absolutely.
did too. Now he had no excuse. He was much older than me.
He had magic legs.
He should know. He literally had magic legs. Every movie we saw, like when he did a movie later on that year or the next year, we thought, we're waiting to see the fake legs.
Right.
Like I want to see the prosthetic legs.
Yeah.
Because that dude does not have legs. There's no way.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Lieutenant Dan has no
No
legs.
legs.
And I know it. I've seen the movie. You can't just swim around with no legs in the middle of an ocean like that and
Right.
be fake.
Exactly.
You can't fake me up. And then that got me.
Yeah.
But what I feel most embarrassed about was as a kid for like halfway through that movie thinking, they have dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Where are those dinosaurs?
Jurassic Park, man.
They filmed a real dinosaur. And my whole world was being turned upside down because I'm thinking like, if dinosaurs still exist, you
Right.
know, I felt so stupid
Good
later
thing
on,
you
like,
got your Rambo knife.
yeah, I had my survival knife ready because you never know when you have to take on a velociraptor. Like
Exactly.
I'm in South Texas, I'm pretty sure they like warmer climates. I'm out. Like I gotta be ready. Yeah, that was a big turn in movie history.
Yeah.
I loved it though. Like
Right.
it was, you couldn't wait to see what happened next.
Oh, yeah.
Independence Day
Yes.
with those alien ships and
Yeah,
those
they
big
look
things.
so
like,
real.
So like.
Yeah.
You know, because part of you is thinking, like, and you know it's CGI, but you're also thinking, like, but how's that done? And, like, did they
Right.
have to really build a spaceship that
Right.
big? Like,
Yeah.
did they have to build?
Well,
And then
like
film it
movie
at a different
sets
angle?
are
Yeah.
like a thing of the past now.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, well, we don't need a set. We'll just put a green screen and we'll have
Yeah.
someone design it. It'll look real, look like you're
I
right
had
there.
no idea that was possible.
Yeah.
Like Doctor Strange, they do it when he enters, like, those
Yeah.
different dimensions and everything. That's some trippy stuff, man. Anyway.
We've come a long way.
We've come it's amazing where it is now, the technology for that stuff. It's pretty dang crazy. Here's another one, though. You have a pretty funny story to do about a date you had to take to a movie.
Yeah.
And you weren't
The
even,
most awkward
we weren't even together
date
anymore.
/ breakup, I guess, of my life.
Yeah, that'll lead us seamlessly into our next
topic? Okay.
So
Well,
why
I'll
don't you
tell
tell
it.
that story? I know there's a lot of people want to hear that.
And I don't know if she's ever going to listen to this. She might, but she knows who she is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say her name. But when I was out of high school, so I was graduated. I was probably maybe like 19-ish, probably. But I was dating this girl, and it was right when the Titanic hype was like everywhere, like Titanic. But the movie hadn't come out yet. And plus, we both lived in a very small town, so we kind of had to wait. Like when it came out to like big cities, like later on, it would come to our little town.
Right.
So we're just waiting for it to come to our little town so we can watch it. You know. Well, when we were dating, she was like, "You've got to take me to that movie. I want to see that movie." And I'm like, "Well, okay, sure. You know, when it comes out, I'll take you." Well, it gets to be like a couple weeks away before it starts to release. Well, we break up.
Uh-oh.
And we're like, oh, it's over, you know. So we both go our separate ways, but it means it's a small little town. Well, she calls me up and says, listen, I know we're broken up. I know it's over, but you promised you'd take me to this movie. So will you please take me to this movie? And
that's such a weird thing to.
It
like
is a weird thing, a guilt trip
you
thing.
You promised,
right?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You promised you wouldn't break up. I mean,
yeah, or whatever.
That's such a weird thing.
And it's like, you promised you'd take me to this.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's weird, but okay. Yeah. I was like, we can go as friends.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool. So I pick her up and we go to the movie and we buy the tickets, do all the stuff, get in our seat or whatever. And Titanic is a long movie anyway. Very long.
3.5, right?
And I don't know if it was like the breakup thing or if it was the movie itself. But I had to sit there in awkwardness for 2.5 hours through this whole movie.
Yeah.
Because the girl that's next to me that I broke up with, who's not my girlfriend anymore,
yeah,
crying through the whole movie.
Yeah.
Just crying. I don't know if it's because of us. I don't know if it's because of the movie. But that's a lot of crying. And she's just sitting there crying and crying and crying. And she'd stop and she'd start and she'd stop and she'd start. And I'm watching the movie and I'm thinking, this is not that. You know.
They should be happy.
She should be happy at this point.
They're dancing a jig.
Exactly.
Like they're having a party downstairs with the poor people. Like, what's the problem?
Exactly.
This is a happy moment.
Right, you know.
Yeah, but I know it's going to sink.
Yeah. And I'm like, so it was very awkward, you know. And then the movie is over, right? And I'm like, thankfully it's over. So we get up and we leave, and I drive her to her house. And, you know, it's not like I don't have anything to say to her. And I know that might be a jerk move, but I was like, I did my part. I did what you asked me to do. I took you to the movie. Right. I sat there. You cried the whole time.
You made this weird for me.
Yeah, and so I pull up there, and there wasn't any conversation of like, let's talk. Let's okay? Are you okay? I was like, okay, bye. And then I just left. You know.
Okay, bye.
And that was kind of the end of it. But that it was one of the most awkward moments of my life, and for a movie that was not. May open can of worms, but I didn't think was extremely as good as the hype.
Right.
I mean,
Titanic. Overrated.
Yeah.
Not my favorite movie.
No, it's not.
But I will have to say, when it came out, I was probably like 16, something like that, 15, 16. Not the best age to want to like watch a love story.
Right.
But the fact, again, the CGI.
Right.
And it was breaking in half, and it was like, it looked epic.
Oh, yeah. The graphics were great.
Now that I have seen, well, you know, the movie's available now.
Right.
It's really not as impressive.
Right.
It's not as impressive as it was 1996 or whenever it came out.
Exactly.
You know, the best part about that movie now is the song. And only because it gets... I knew it. Wherever you are. Celine. She can sing it, man.
Well, in my opinion, in that movie, Rose straight up murderer.
She's a
murderer.
Killer.
She's a killer.
Selfish.
At the end of the movie.
Just, oh my goodness.
There's plenty of room on that door, Rose.
Oh.
And
you and I, those that know us, we're big guys.
Yeah.
You and I could have fit on that door. I would have found a way to get you on the door.
Right.
You would have found a way to roll my big rear end on that door.
Exactly.
That is ridiculous. I know it was cold. All the more reason to get out of the water.
Right.
And all the more reason to move over.
Yeah.
Rose. So much room. Plenty of room.
And she just killed him. Jack just to the bottom.
Jack, didn't she let him go? Oh, you got to let go, Jack. There's a boat. Can't hold your dead body forever.
Right. Well, she's not a good...
Messed up movie.
She's not a good decision maker.
At all. No.
Like through the whole movie, she makes bad choices. Yeah. And then she kills the one person who loves her. And then at the end of the movie, she throws millions of dollars away by throwing that rock into the sea.
Yep.
She needs to be locked up for murder.
Sure.
And
here's the thing.
The way it should end.
Jack. No, hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay. They made it look like Jack stole the necklace by putting it... No. The guy, Billy Zane, grabs the necklace, puts it in his coat pocket. Right?
Yep.
He puts the coat on Rose. Rose should have gotten on the boat. She jumps off of the boat.
Bad decision.
Horrible.
Right.
You should have just stayed on the boat with the jacket, with the jewel. she takes the jacket with her. Now she's running around the boat with Jack. She had to go get Jack, who ends up you killed anyway.
Exactly.
Like he dies anyway.
Right.
And the stupid necklace thing winds up down there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You should have just gotten the boat and took off without the guy who probably could have gotten.
Yeah, Jack's scrappy. He would have found a way.
He would have found a way. Actually, you probably would have been better off without you.
Yeah.
Because he could have been on that door, and you were in the boat. You could have went and got him.
Exactly.
Anyway, moving on. We could have fixed Titanic. I wish James Cameron would have at
Would
least
have
called
us.
me. If he just would have said, hey,
Right.
what do you think? Well, me and my friend Chad have a suggestion.
Right.
I could have fixed it.
Or at least we could have turned it into like a horror movie, change the music.
Yeah.
And
Just change
Rose.
the music a little bit, and then like make a few dark images where she's like got her head tilted
Dun,
down,
dun,
but then her
dun.
eyes up, and like a little bit of light on the eyes. Just
Right.
make it look like Jack from The Shining. Or Johnny. Here's John.
She's straight up Scar in The Lion King.
Yeah.
To Jack.
Yeah.
Just like, sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
There's no room on this door for you.
Yeah.
She gave him the literal cold shoulder.
Literal cold shoulder. Messed up. Other overrated movies.
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan of the newest Justice League. I thought it was
Yeah.
4 hours is too much.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
One.
My wife fell asleep in that
It
one.
was super dark, as in like, not like dark tones. It did have dark tones to it.
Yeah, like lighting.
But like the lighting was terrible.
Yeah.
It was like watching a video game instead of a movie.
Right.
And I didn't like Batman vs. Superman.
Right.
I thought that was kind of garbage.
Yep.
Not a fan of that one. What else? You have Westerns. You just don't like Westerns at all.
I don't. I'm not
a
a fan.
fan of those.
Except for Tombstone.
Except for Tombstone, which is the least Westerny movie.
Yeah.
Almost the least Westerny
Yeah.
movie.
I'll be your Huckleberry or whatever.
I'm your Hucklebearer.
It's not what he says in the movie.
It is.
No.
Hucklebearer.
Barry.
No.
We've had this discussion before.
We have, and you were wrong that time too.
It's Barry.
Hucklebearer.
That may be the term, but that's not what he says.
It is what he says.
It isn't.
It's Val Kilmer not pronouncing Barry.
Right?
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Barry. He says Barry.
Bear. And he plus has a southern accent. You don't know, because you're
I do
a
know.
northern Yankee.
I'm not
Yankee
a northern
Doodle.
Yankee.
You're a Yankee Doodle.
I'm from West Virginia.
Yankee Doodleville.
We're still considered sad. We're below the Mason-Dixon
You're
line.
just like the southerns of the,
We're
of the north.
Yeah, we're the most southern northern state.
There you go.
And the most northern southern state.
No,
Yeah.
you're not a southern state. Moving
But
on.
anyway, but that one is a good one. But no, I don't like Westerns. I've never even seen a John Wayne film.
You're missing out.
I don't think I am.
You are.
I think I don't care about the Duke. I don't care.
All right, now you're just getting mean.
Yeah.
Just move on.
You know,
What else haven't you seen?
same character every time.
Shut up. That's not the point.
It's the point.
Moving on.
But I didn't like those. I didn't like Westerns. I don't like those things. I just think that they're lame.
You're lame.
Well, it's your opinion.
No, that's a fact.
No.
As much of a fact as the westerns themselves are lame.
Right. There's a
Shut
reason
up.
why Cowboys are
Just shut up. Just shut up. What else haven't you seen? Star Trek. You're not a Star Trek fan either.
No, I am not.
Movies or TV show.
Movies or TV show. I'm a Star Wars guy all
Not
day.
even Jean-Luc Picard?
Not even Jean-Luc. I don't care.
Number 2?
Yeah, I don't care. My dad loved Star Trek.
Right.
But
Mine too.
I
Huge
just
Star
could
Trek
not get
fan.
into it because I was a Star Wars guy. And I'm like, these Star Trek people are lame. You know, Star Wars people are cool. Characters in there are actually cool, you know. At least in Star Wars, if you go to a different planet, the people speak different languages. In Star Trek,
have you
everyone
seen any
speaks
Star Trek?
English.
Have you seen Star Trek?
I've seen little bits of Star Trek. But
The guys that they show on camera speak English, but all the special guests in all the different countries, and plus their technology is so advanced. As soon as they step
whatever,
on,
don't try to explain it. Don't
soon
try
as they
to
step
go
on
around that.
the starship, or whatever it's called, they automatically their voices have been.
Yeah, well, isn't that convenient?
See,
Whatever.
dude. That's advanced
It's
technology.
It's lame. It's lame.
It is pretty lame. I'm not a fan,
But I've never even seen any of the Star Trek movies at all.
Yeah.
Not one. I'm just not a fan.
yeah,
Can't get into it.
Wrath of Khan, none of that stuff.
Nothing.
Huh?
Don't like it.
I personally think you're missing out, but I don't have to be a fan to watch them and like them.
Right.
That doesn't mean I'm a fan.
Right. I like sci-fi movies, just not that particular.
I like what they have added to the genre.
Right.
I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I like what they've added to movies in general.
Right.
The idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. What else is it? You didn't understand No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, that was a dumb movie.
It's not dumb.
It was stupid.
It's pretty good.
It's one guy wandering around
but you don't know why he's wandering.
Yeah.
You don't know who he's chasing or why.
Yeah, and
See, then you've missed huge parts of the movie.
It does a poor job of explaining it.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of dialogue.
I know, which is stupid.
That's
There's a reason why silent movies are not a thing anymore. Talk.
Yeah.
Explain the story. You see some
They didn't
dude with a
expect-
bowl haircut running
Right.
around the desert, stealing cars, killing people for no random reason, and then movie ends, credits.
You're right. It wasn't for a random reason. It was for a reason.
It was dumb. I didn't
not
like it.
dumb.
Overrated.
They don't make movies for people with short attention spans who
I have
have
a
to be
great
treated
attention
like
span.
a toddler.
I have a
and how
great
to-
attention
what
span.
You do not.
I do too.
Obviously, there's an issue. You slept through the beginning of the movie, or you just started. You came in the room and started watching it with Heather, and then decided I'm going to sit here and what's this movie? No Country for Old Men. It's supposed to be real good.
Well,
Got it.
I have a tendency
I
to
don't get
fall
it.
asleep
What's
during
going on?
movies.
What's happening?
That's true.
And that's why we don't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah. Well,
you can blame me.
I'm sorry.
It's my
To
fault.
me, that means it's a bad movie. If it can't hold my attention and I fall asleep, then it's a bad movie.
Your opinion is garbage.
No, it's not. It's truth. It's based in truth, logic.
Your truth. That doesn't mean that it's actual truth. That's
Yeah.
your reality.
I've paid money to go to movies and fall asleep in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragonheart.
Dragonheart. I have no clue what that movie's about to this day
Yeah.
because I
Kinda
paid
peak.
good money. Paid good money to go in there and fall asleep. But it was a good nap.
And it's a pretty good movie. It's got a really great message, and it's got some pretty good actors. And the dragon scenes are pretty good.
I will never know because
Nope.
I ain't gonna watch it again.
You should. It's
I'm
actually
not.
a fairly cool movie. Sean Connery voicing a dragon. Dennis Quaid.
Mhm.
There's comedy relief.
Did you think the dragons were real?
No. That I knew wasn't real by that time.
They got real dragons, Mom.
It wasn't. It's not that old of a movie.
Yeah.
Actually, I was pretty old. I'm much older at that
Yeah.
point. Those dinosaurs got me. I did consider it for a little while. Like, maybe they
Dinosaurs?
have some dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. They done this.
Maybe
It's a thing.
did they really animate them and bring them? Or like, did they grow a dinosaur out of mosquito blood? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know the science. Like, I just.
That's so funny. But
Plus, I grew up in a hillbilly area of Texas. Like, I was out there in nowhere land. We didn't have TV. Like, we
Right.
didn't have anything. So, I didn't even start watching movies till the 90s. I had to go back and like watch the 80s all over again.
oh gosh, I can just picture you as a kid running into your living room. Mama, they done got dinosaurs out there in Hollywood. They got trained and everything.
No. I was a teenager.
That's funny.
I'd been watching movies well over 3 years at that point.
Over 3 years.
3 or 4 years. Not
But-
really. I didn't really start watching
Yeah.
TV or movies till we moved to Victoria in
Okay.
1988, 89.
Okay. Yeah.
So it'd been a while. Like
Right.
we didn't have those things. We didn't care. Like,
Well, do you have
Had a lot
any
to catch up
movies that you find are overrated? Like that you were just really let down, disappointed by?
yeah, I mean the Justice League, like the
Yeah,
DC comic
mixing up.
movies lately have been
Yeah.
garbage.
They're not Marvel.
I'm still undecided on the new Batman. Like I just
liked
watched
it.
it.
Yeah.
It was long. I thought incredibly slow in a lot of parts.
yeah.
But I don't know. I'm undecided yet. I haven't really made up my mind. I'm not a bit right
Right.
now. I'm not liking it.
Right.
I think I'll need to watch it again because I was anticipating more stuff.
Right.
And when it wasn't happening, I think I kind of like got lost in
Right.
the.
Well, to me, the best Batman is Keaton Batman
Oh yeah.
by
But-
far.
You can't beat that. Like the first, I mean, I know Adam West technically was the first, but like on screen. But
that's
Michael
another movie
Keaton,
came out in the 80s. Batman.
Yes, 1989. It was like the last little hoorah of the 80s, and they did a good job. They sent it out in style. Jack Nicholson, like, oh man.
The thing that I liked about the new Batman, and maybe it's a weird opinion, but I liked the clunkiness of it.
Yeah.
I mean, like when he'd jump into a room, whatever, he'd fall down, or everything wasn't so perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and I know Batman's not real, but it brought a little bit of realism to it. Like Batman's not going to land perfect every time, and he's not going to hit every punch, and he's not going to never get beat up a little, you know. And I thought it brought a little bit.
It's what they will build on.
Yeah.
And plus, he's crazy young. Like, you can't go from
and
Twilight
he's a vampire.
Go from Twilight or from Harry Potter to Twilight to that. It's like, come on, man. Like,
he glitters in the sun.
Already yeah, how you gonna go for the glittery vampire to the Cape Crusader? Like, come on. Anyway, I'm just not a fan yet. Like, I thought very good villains. Like, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I really did like the Riddler. He's like wonderfully awkward, weird and like cringy, like kind of off-putting, but at the same time, like that's what a person like that, how they would make you feel. Not yet.
Like cartoonish.
Yeah, we'll see by part 2 what happens. Right. Like, introduce the Joker a little bit. I like that. It was cool. I mean, it's all right. I'm just not a fan 100% yet. I need to watch it again. I wasn't prepared. Like, I didn't have any information on it going into it.
Right.
Like, what they were going for, like, what type of Batman is this going to be.
Yeah.
Because, whoever draws the comic book made him a little bit different.
Yeah. So, trying to make him a little darker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. More brooding.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Andrew Garfield version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Just a little bit emo.
Yeah.
A little more emo. Anyway, those are my not a fan type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of overrated the DC comics. I liked Aquaman. I thought they did pretty good.
Aquaman,
but obviously the comic book or superhero movies are like in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're making the blockbuster type stuff. And
I've been watching a lot of Marvel lately, trying to catch up.
Yeah. There's a lot.
So much to catch up
of information. Like when Disney bought them, like forget about it. Like they just went nuts.
Right.
And then just went crazy with it. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it with a story.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a tale.
Yeah.
When I was younger, like I said, I used to go to movies all the time. It was my reward to myself for whatever reason. Some people, buy themselves shoes, and some people do shopping sprees. I would go, I'm going to the movies.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch a stupid movie. And they usually were very stupid. But that's what I did. I liked it. Anyway, I found little tricks to make it affordable, because it can get kind of expensive no matter where you are. Even in Houston or Austin, San Antonio. Bigger cities, it gets even more. Like here in Victoria, we've always had a really good theater, in my opinion. Like a good movie experience. We've had some bad places, but we used to have, I think it's the Discovery Museum now, I think it's what it's called. It used to be called the Playhouse. And the Playhouse was our dollar movie theater for a while. Okay. I mean, it was our only theater for a long time. Then it was one of two, then one of three.
Right.
Then it became the dollar theater. Then it was a 50-cent Tuesdays.
Oh, wow.
And I saw Night of the Roxbury, I think.
How old are you?
Good 15 times. Now, I saw it like 3 times in one day.
I went to the movies when it was just a nickel, kid.
Yeah. I went to movies when it was a nickel. They did. They did like 50-cent Tuesdays back in like the late or mid-90s.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
It was pretty cool. It was a dollar theater, but they would do 50-cent Tuesdays. But when Night of the Roxbury came out, I went and saw it 3 times in one day. Only because it's uber stupid.
Yeah.
But it had 2 of my favorite actors at the time, and it was like I had several different groups of people that I would hang out with that they all enjoyed comedy in this different way. So
and you had to get all the quotes.
Yeah, I had to get them down.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to work for the rest of the week. You know what I mean? Like, I got to work this whole weekend, and I got to get ready. I got to go to school. I was still in school. But I didn't pay for it. I paid for myself. I went with in school we used to have a half-day program.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a job, you only had to go to school half day,
Cool.
and then you could go to work. So I was in that program, and you had to have a special class that you went to every morning. That whole class, we all went. We got out half day. We didn't have to go to work till later on.
Right.
But we all went to the movie together. Then I went with my crew, like my guys, like my friends.
Right.
We went later on in the afternoon, and then late that night, my sister came to town, and she was like, "You want to go see that Night of Roxbury movie? I'll buy." And I'm like, "It's a 50-cent movie. Like I've already seen it twice today." Like it's like, "Go
easy
again."
there, Rockefeller.
Like, okay, yeah. It's like, I'll buy. Take it easy, Rockefeller. Yeah, you're buying. I'm not gonna spend another 50 cents. That's crazy. I went to the movie 3 times and spent $1.50. How impressive was that? Anyway,
it's like a record. It's got to be.
Yeah, that doesn't even have anything to do with it. I'm sorry, but like, Night of Roxbury was just a stupid movie, but I got to watch it for $1.50 3 times.
That's
It's
awesome.
pretty great. Anyway, I like to find discounted ways to go to a movie.
Right.
One of the biggest ways I have found that you can get a good discount is to bring your own soda.
Exactly.
Right? And bring your own snacks.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of, especially then,
Right.
huge fan of bringing your own soda and snacks. So, I have asked people that have worked at movie theaters, like, do y'all even care? Is that a big deal? Like,
Right.
I mean, you're not going to get kicked out or anything. And he's like, no, I don't care. Just clean it up after yourself. Like, I
Right.
don't care if you spend money there. You've already bought your ticket. Anyway, so I stopped at the store, got myself a soda. After I left the gym. Then we stopped and got soda, got some candy, and I'm ready to go to the
Right.
movie. I'm wearing sweatpants. So I don't have anywhere to put my soda. Like, it's not like I can just put it in my pocket and walk down the. you know.
Right. Yeah. Very noticeable.
I know it's not they don't care, but I'm not just going to hold it in my hand and be like,
Yeah.
"Da-da-da, hey guys, look what I
Exactly.
brought." I'm trying to be respectful.
They would
trying
have to
be,
say something at that point.
They would say some of
Yeah.
them might. And what am I going to do? Like, start a fight in a movie theater over a Coke? Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't care. Like, but at the same time, I don't want to pay $5 for something I can get for 99 cents. You know what I
Right.
mean? Anyway, so I'm trying to be respectful enough of their feelings, but not necessarily enough to, like, not bring it,
Right.
So I decided I'm going to put this Coke, this bottle, like, in my waistband so that, it's the only place I could think of that would hold it still
Mm-hmm.
to where I could, like, get it into the theater. Then I could take it out and, like, get comfortable and sit down or whatever.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm walking down the aisle, and it's a long aisle. It's much longer than I anticipated, and which is stupid because I've been to that theater 1,000 times. I should have known better. But anyway, I'm just walking, and my friend went to go get his ticket and went to go get his stuff, and then I'm just walking down the aisle, and I could see the young guy behind the stand waiting to take my ticket, and we eye lock. And then as soon as we did, and I turned that corner, I took 2 steps, and that Coke come flying out of my pant leg. And I kicked it like halfway toward him, and it just sitting on the floor, and I'm just watching it and thinking, like, I wonder if he is looking somewhere else, And no, he's still got eye locked on me. So I bend over, pick it up, put it in my pocket, and I'm like, well, what could happen now? I guess my pants could fall down. I guess that would be another great thing. Anyway, I looked at the guy, and I shrugged my shoulders, like, sorry. What are you going to do? And he just smiled and laughed. He said, it's theater 4 or whatever, and he pointed that direction. He said, have a good day, sir. Thank you. I will.
I wish I could have saw it. I would have died.
I had no idea. I didn't think it through. Like, the Coke was cold. It was ice cold. And it was sitting up against my stomach and my skin, and and it just went numb. Like, it numbed that whole area because it was so cold. And then I didn't feel it going down my pant leg until it was too late. It's gone. So embarrassing. Trying to play it off like it wasn't that big a deal, or like I don't care about people's feelings, but I felt so small. I felt so bad for that guy. That poor kid had to look at this goofball trying to stumble his way down the aisle with his Coke falling out of his pant leg. At least my lemon heads didn't fall out. That would have been terrible.
Well, and plus, that is super embarrassing. But I wish I would have saw it. But I know we're ending, but a little thing that I want to just throw out there, on the theme of taking stuff into the theater.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's done it.
Sure.
If you haven't done it,
Try it.
try it.
It's fun.
What kind of life are you living?
Yeah.
Um,
Take some risks, people.
But if you're gonna sneak something into there, make it movie appropriate.
Yeah.
Don't like sneak a thing of ribs in there, or you know, like
Nuggets? You can't take McNuggets?
Yeah,
Come on.
I've been in the theater, and I don't judge anybody. Like
No.
whatever suits your fancy, whatever. But man, I've been in theaters before, and like, okay, you know when it's happening because the lights go down.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just hear.
You hear the
You're
containers
like,
opening.
You know. But it's gone too far when you hear like Tupperware popping, you know. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what is going on? Is that a roasted chicken? What are you doing? What are you bringing?
Did they bring plates?
Exactly.
Silverware?
Yeah. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
I was like, calm down.
When you see a mom with 3 or 4 kids
Right.
and a dad, and she's coming in with a beach vacation
Yeah.
type purse, beach bag,
Exactly.
and you got towels hanging out of it, and
Yeah.
you know it's weighed down because she can barely hold it with one arm. I
Exactly.
know what's in that.
Right. Everybody knows.
Yeah, my wife has a big purse. She has her purse she carries,
Right.
but then she has her purse that, hey, get your movie purse.
Exactly. Your movie.
We may buy a soda, or we may buy popcorn, or may get both. But I'm not going to buy candy.
Can't have another
there's certain
sweatpants
lines-
situation.
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat this sweatpants situation. And I want to bring some Reese's Pieces or whatever.
Exactly.
Nowadays, it's like beef jerky.
Right.
Or like
Turkey.
something that doesn't have sugar. You know what I mean? But I do that. That's life. Like,
Yeah.
you already spending $14 or $7 or $8 per ticket, you know, depending on
Right.
what time of day you get to go. Like, it's just not going to happen.
But it's just, I mean,
Don't care.
if you,
Not even sorry.
it's supposed to be a snack. It's a movie
Yeah,
snack.
a snack. I'm not trying to
You know,
take
if
up
you-
my Big
and-
Mac fries
yeah.
and some nuggets.
And don't
I
get
have
me
done that
wrong.
with my kids, but
Don't get me wrong. Like, I love the movie theaters, the fancy ones, where you can
Yeah.
actually go and eat a meal.
oh yeah,
You're
that was
meant
in
to. Yeah.
Dallas or
Yeah.
McKinley or something like that, Fort Worth.
Those are awesome.
That was fun.
I love that because
The Foreigner.
combines 2 of my favorite things: entertainment and food. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Who wouldn't love it? But when you're trying to go into the little theater where it's just a
Let's go
seat
pizza,
and it's not meant to do that,
Yeah.
you know, leave the Foreman grill at home. Don't
Yeah.
bring it with you and start grilling up burgers in the theater. It's not what it's meant for.
I want
Keep
mine
it simple.
medium well.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah. No. Yeah. Come on, people.
keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss.
Yeah.
KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. No. Anyway, that thing will end it on that note.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. We hope that you have been entertained and you have learned something. I'm going to leave you with this. Chad
My name's Chad.
has never seen Harry Potter or Top Gun
I have never.
or Avatar.
Never.
So I don't take his opinion seriously when it comes to what movies are good or bad. He's just a person. You're just a man.
I know.
You're just a man. And all your opinions are wrong.
Right back at you.
Your mama. No. Anyway, thanks guys for hanging out with us. We will catch you until next time. Peace.
Absolutely.